Yo, MDP, that's me, and welcome to another Reading Comments with 13 Pumpkin.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, MD. Just wanted to say how much I love all the details you put into Alexander's room. Your decorating, as always, inspires me to put a bit more thought into my own. You know, really, in decorating, I don't think about it. I just, the character, like for instance, Alex, he's big into science, and so I just found every science deco I had and just plopped it all in his room and then arranged it so it looked kind of like how a teenager would arrange things. I mean,
now me, it would take me about 3 weeks to decorate a room.
No joke. One room.
Yeah, one room.
The next one comes from Anonymous that says, I absolutely love your versions of Mimi and Dudley. They're fantastic. You've done a great job with them. Thank you very much. I tried busting out as my favorite Sims game, so I hope I did them justice. The next one's from Anonymous that says, you get offended when people fix your message. And the reply to that is no, I don't. Personally, like for instance, Rented Space fixed some pants of mine recently that were converted from The Sims 4. They're the UC convertible pants. And they were like low rise, and she's like, "Oh, I want them to be high rise because I'm tired of seeing people's butt cracks." No, that didn't offend me at all. I was like, "Yay, someone fixed it to how they want it," and things like that. People adding morphs, they fixed the black spots, or there's a part of the mesh that's not, bone assignments aren't right, and they fix that. That doesn't bother me. Nothing.
That's
about
actually
that
complimenting.
Yeah, that's compliment. That's flattering. Saying, "Hey, I like this mesh so much. Here, let me make it better." And that's what we want. We want meshes in our games to work and
work properly,
and not necessarily be perfect, because it's really hard to make perfect meshes. Although this one does a really good job. You're welcome.
Now, when I make something, and if it's not correct, if I don't have like all the slots correct or something, especially when I convert my Sim 4 meshes into Sims 2, it does not bother me at all. It's actually very kind that people will take time and fix the slots, make them all correct. I really appreciate that because I do not know how to fix slots in Sims 2. Please help me, somebody.
And we're continuing to learn. It's always a learning curve. It's not, we don't automatically know how to do everything after reading one tutorial. It's a learning curve. You have to build and find everything that, like information. And some simblers and simmers will help you. Like, for instance, Darion has been a real big factor for 13 Pumpkin here, learning how to mesh, and even Leo Sims helps out. And for me, it's been Digital Angels and Whiskey's Two Fingers or Two Fingers Whiskey. I don't have everything pulled up. I'm really bad. The Sim Traveler. Most recently, E. Nillen helped me with back faces. I hope I'm saying your username right. E. Nillen. Yeah, I think so. Recently helped me with back faces, and I was able to put the K-wrap dress with back faces. That way, the skirt isn't see-through underneath. So it's a learning thing, and don't feel like every time someone fixes something of yours or adds more stuff, they're criticizing you. Like, no, they're not. They're helping. And you can always message those people. Like, you can always message me and ask me, like Nintendo Lover 13 recently asked me for help on a, I think it was the Tangled Rapunzel dress. And I helped them with that. So don't take that as criticism. Take that as a opportunity to be able to learn and build, your abilities.
I think it's very flattering when I see something that I have created, because I am making my own meshes now. And I really appreciate the time and energy somebody takes and fixes things. And hey, once you get something of mine that I have created into your game, it's yours to play with. You can do what you want.
We're both very open with our TOUs.
Yeah.
We're like,
I learned how to share in kindergarten.
Yeah, be sharing. Sharing's a nice thing. Next is Anonymous that says, Sims 2 busting out soon? When will then be now? Soon. Maybe. Possibly. October is coming up, and so the gang anniversary, which I already have that chapter done. I just have to organize the pictures and crop them and then put words to them and put them in WordPress if it will cooperate with me. Please cooperate with me, WordPress. And that's really what's going on there. But yeah, I did recently put out a couple of teasers for Sims 2 Bustin' Out, and so I'm hoping to work on a little bit more. It's just getting the enthusiasm to do it, because it's not my super serious story. It's more of the playing around story. Although I know it is more popular in the fandom, but it is not my super serious, I gotta do this story. But I hope to have a chapter out at least next month. I don't think I'll be able to get it done this month since we only got like 4 more days, but definitely in October.
Next question is from Anonymous. I feel like people don't appreciate Sim stories that aren't about the pre-mades.
It depends on what type of person you are, I guess. If you want to invest in the pre-mades and make a story with them, and what type of reader are you? Do you want to read about the pre-mades and people's, like, their theories on how Bella Goth was, if she was abducted or not? Or you might be wanting regular fan fiction out there, or you may be wanting original stories out there. It just depends on what type of person you are, what type of writer you are, and what type of reader you are.
I just think that in The Sims 2 it's more popular, and in The Sims 4 it's not quite as popular. People make their own Sims in The Sims 4 and make the stories from them.
Because create a style is, or create a sim is everything in Sims 4. It was the biggest project making that game. So it was like the center focus is the Sims again, no longer just the world, but the Sims themselves. And so, yeah, I think that's correct, that The Sims 4 is more about original characters, Viva, their new enhancements and the sculpting in the Sims. And Sims 2 does lean towards more pre-made and Maxis Match, although there is Maxis Match in Sims 4, but I think more people are more original character in Sims 4 and pre-made in Sims 2, although not everybody. I mean, myself.
Really, a lot of selfie Sims in Sims 4.
Yeah, a lot of self Sims. Or Sim Self. People say it differently. It's always been self Sims for us. Next is, do you consider your style Maxis Match?
When I build and decorate, and custom content that I create is more realistic, and because I like the look of it better for contests and things like that. Now I do play a little bit from time to time, and it is all Maxis or Maxis Match. I don't even like just to play with the Sims themselves, it is just Maxis.
With wonderful, realistic decoration around them. I have 2 styles, really, because I have 2 different genres. I mean, like we were talking, the Sims 2 Bustin' Out story is about the pre-made. So I tried to curve it to have a little bit more Maxis Match in it. Like, for instance, the eyes are Maxis Match because my default replacements are actual Maxis Match eyes. But the skin, the hair, some of the clothes are not Maxis Match, and then some of them are, because I guess you would consider actual Sims 4 conversions and Sims 3 conversions of the base matches. Those would be Maxis Match, considering they are actually made by Maxis. So, then we have that, and then I have my more original character stories like New Adventures. Where am I going? Like The Gang and Alternate Universe, which are more realistic. I don't use the default eyes in those. All my original characters, Vaden and Jack, they all have custom eyes. So they aren't really, I think some of my build items would be Maxis Match, because I use a lot of Maxis in decorating. I always loved when people asked me where can I find on some of my decorating stuff at Black Pearl Sims.
Base game.
I was like, base game. Yeah.
Now, it also depends on which game you're talking about. If you're talking about 2, it really looks better if it's more custom. Hair looks better, custom hair.
Yeah.
On Sims 2. Sims
4, like the clayified hair.
Clay hair.
I play Maxis Match in Sims 4. In Sims 2, more, I guess, semi-realistic is what I would be considering I do have the pre-mades, and they're supposed to be more Maxis Match looking, but still kind of retaining more, like, I don't like the Maxis Match skins, I don't like the Maxis Match hair color retextures, whatever. I've used Booklet and some of my own varied stuff with Hypnotize Sims textures. So it just, I guess, really depends on what game you're talking about. Because Sims 4, for me, yeah, it's all Maxis Match. I got the clayified hair. The clothes are all Maxis. So it suits that better.
Sims 2, more real to life.
Yeah. Sims 4.
Sims 4, Maxis Match.
Except for her build items.
Well, decorate with all the good stuff, you know.
Next is thank you for your shoes, MDPthatsme, and thank you to 13Pumpkin for the collection file. I think you both should treat yourselves for your hard work.
Thank you. We will.
Yes.
We will treat ourselves to a gobstopper. She just didn't know how to do the creating the collection file, so.
That was really the only thing. Yeah, I guess we kind of collaborated. She sent me the collection file maker, and I made my first collection file. And then, yeah, the shoes project, you're welcome. That took a long time, and I'm glad it's out, and I'm glad it's over, because, I'm not doing that again. Well, maybe I have one pair of shoes that I want to do one. But beyond that, it's over. I don't plan on doing any more shoe deco anytime soon. I really should do a tutorial how I did that. That way people know how they can do an invisible ray color for both shoes. That way you get one mesh. And that was really the whole thing about why I went through that, was because we wanted one mesh. One mesh for both right and left shoe. That way we can have one mesh instead of 3 meshes, which would have been 100 and something recolors I would have had to do.
Sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah, what she would have done.
Next one is, please take a break. I worry about you and love your dedication and hard work. Hashtag MDP, that's me, takes a holiday. Hashtag cupcakes for MDP, that's me.
And this comment probably came back from in July-ish.
Where are these cupcakes?
Yes, where are they? No, I'm joking. This comment came back from July, and I was putting out a lot of content in July because I wasn't working at the time, so I was able to actually do that. But in between then and now, since I've moved and I had a family reunion, and I was like, I hadn't done any Sim stuff for almost a month, it seems like. It was because I didn't have my computer, because when I moved, I sent my stuff here to 13Pumpkin, and then I actually flew to Arkansas where my parents live, and I visited them for almost 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, and then we came down here for a family reunion, and so I've had my holiday, but I am still waiting on those cupcakes. Next is, what Sim version you prefer more, Sims and Sims 2 or Sims 4, and why? I have both games installed, but seems like I prefer Sims 2 because Sims 4 is too cartoonish even compared to Sims 2, especially their hair and trees. And another thing I don't like about Sims 4, Sims always have distorted facial expressions, always. I'm not saying that it never happened in Sims 2, but there are only a few animations with Sims' face distorted, but in Sims 4 this is normal. It was very difficult to make screens. I like both games for different reasons. I like Sims 4 because I do like the cartoony look of it, and when I played, I'm just playing for fun, which I hadn't really played since Sims 2 Nightlife. And then after that, I got into the posing and the story building, and so I haven't really played probably a long time. So when Sims 4 came out, I kind of invested into that, getting back to the roots type of thing, and actually playing the game for playing the game, and not just posing and storytelling, which if you follow Sims 4 Hot Mess, which is my Sims 4 kind of story, I do some posing, but a lot of it's kind of just what naturally happens in the game, like the relationships the Sims are in. Those happen in-game. I didn't force them into those relationships or anything. Whereas Sims 2 is my storytelling device. I've always called it Sims 2 my storytelling device, Sims 4 that game I play. So, which I talked about in the last reading comments, which I'll just link below so you can hear more of my thoughts on that.
I really think that The Sims 4 looks exactly what it's supposed to look like. that's to me what it makes Sims 4 very special. The clayfied look, yeah, it is a little bit cartoony, but I kind of enjoyed that. Now for more the building aspect, I wish that Sims 4 was more like Sims 2. I miss so many elements from Sims 2 that, I just really want to crank that game up.
Terrain, being able to mess with the terrain.
And doing multi-split homes and things like that. Things that, and have garages and cars.
Cars.
Yes.
My 12 things that Sims 4 needs. I think cars is number 2. Number 2 on that? I think so.
But the look for me, I really enjoy Sims 4. It looks best to me. Bloopers. Bloopers. I like Sims 4 how it looks. I should probably say this more often since I really respect you as a writer. But I don't know. I just wanted to say reading your Sims 2 Busting Out story makes me feel good and helps me in tough times. You're an amazing storyteller, and I would like to comment more often, but social anxiety kicks in.
Aw, this is why I allow anonymous. A lot of people are like, oh, you should just turn it off. That way people actually have to message you. And I understand having social anxiety. I'm pretty, I don't know, what would you call me? Is that word?
Not shy.
No, I'm not really shy, but I can be, like, withdrawn, I suppose, and kind of, I don't know what the word is. There's a word. But, thank you. It means a lot that you enjoy my story and that it helps you, it makes you feel good, because that's really what all of it's about, is making us feel good. So, you're welcome. The next one is from Anonymous that says, will your Sims 2 OTPs happen eventually in Sims 2 Bustin' Out? Because I can understand Tank and Ophelia ending up together. It's not a personal ship, but you describe pretty well their relationship. Therefore, having them as a couple would make sense. But Strangetown, Bella, and Johnny? The idea is original, but in your story, wouldn't it be odd? All will be revealed in the future of how it becomes Johnny and Strangetown, Bella. Oh my gosh. I just finished reading Alternate Universe and it was gorgeous. I am so excited that you will be working on book 3. Do you think Latimer and Delilah will get together romantically? They're already my OTP. Heart eyes. You'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Book 3 will be resuming sometime in the winter because we did have our little setback. Actually, it was horrible because 13PUMPKIN, her cats were at it, and they knocked over her tower to her computer, and it busted the front interface of it and her power button.
I have a pillow cushioning the front of my computer together right now.
Yeah, because the power button doesn't work, so the front interface has to be taken off so she can actually turn her computer on and off. So, and then that happened, and then like the next day, Misplaced Streams neighborhood corrupted. Like, it crashed on me like 12 times that day. I was trying to build the police station, which I did. I was able to salvage that police station. But yeah, so I had to rebuild, which is a good thing. I always have all my Sims extracted, and I have all my buildings extracted. So I didn't have the backup I had from Misplaced Stream was back before I moved computers from Vivian to Clarice. So I wasn't able to save that because that ended up being corrupted too, probably from being moved too many times. So I had to rebuild like lots, in which I had already decided I was going to rebuild like Greenbrook Estates where Latimer and Lakara live.
Well, how many times did we learn our lesson about saving?
The e-machine, her e-machine, like went through.
Hell,
yes. She had a neighborhood called Lakeland that had like 6 or 7 generations.
Yeah, they were kind of
Sims.
starting to be inbred.
Yeah, a little bit. And so that really started when actually I think the computer crashed, didn't it?
Yeah.
And
700 Simmies screamed at once and then silence.
it was a sad day.
It was very sad.
I remember getting that email and then a phone call later.
Yes, I cried. I was crying.
She was crying.
I was crying.
It was terrible.
It was emotional.
So we've kind of learned our lesson about that.
Took us a few more times to learn that lesson.
Yes, and then when this recent one, when Misplaced Stream corrupted, I also saved Bustin' Out, and I actually took out the gang's Neighborhood Hell. I took it out of, and it currently is still not back in the game, to save it, just in case, corruption can spread. So I was making sure that everything was going to be okay, considering the gang and Alternate Universe shared a lot of the same lot. So I'm going to be very diligent about putting that back in. Since the gang's chapter is done for this year, I'm not really concerned with putting it back in just yet. So that will be done slowly, but Alternate Universe will resume in the winter. I'm not really sure if it's going to be in January or more towards February, because I still have a lot I got to do. Got to build a lot of new lots, got to build new Sims that are going to be introduced in the story. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun of late. I've been doing some family pictures, which are on my Tumblr, with Vaden and the girls and Tatiana. So that was fun.
Yes.
That was really, she was watching me doing that. That was fun.
I got to pick a few of the pictures.
Yes, she did get to help out. So thank you very much for reading, and I hope that you'll stay and continue to read with, book 3. I'm so excited for it because it's going to get into some of the really fun stuff, including one character from the past coming back that I'm excited about. I don't know if everybody else, I know Vaden's not going to be excited about it.
Is Vaden ever really excited?
Only when Tatiana's around.
Next question from Anonymous. Does the human species' predetermined number of toes and fingers ever bother you? Sometimes an extra finger seems like a good idea to have. You can count higher on your fingers if you have more finger puppets. I always lament the lack of extra fingers and or toes. I think I would use the extra fingers for something else other than puppets. I don't know how to answer this. Well, I guess it would be cool.
I don't know. Would you want another thumb?
Would you want, like,
on this side? Like, have another thumb?
That finger? An extra one of these? Oh, look, I got one. I got one.
It wouldn't be the nipple anymore, though.
Oh, but I had 2. If you want more fingers and toes.
Some people are actually born with them, so you might want to ask them. I have 5 on each hand. I don't know how to answer that question. I guess not, because I wouldn't know, because I don't have one, so I can't speak for
You'd be able to
the feeling of the loss of having one.
Imagine the grip you can have on things.
Yes, if we had an extra thumb on this side, man, you would have the best grip in the whole wide world. American Ninja Warrior, you would fly through everything, all the rock climbing parts. So. The next one is, what are your pronouns? She, her, hers, the same. Nothing fancy. We're just so plain Jane. And finally, what was the last song you listened to? And ours is All the Way by Jacksepticeye, All the Way, songified by
Shamoya-Ho-Oh.
Shamoya?
Shamoya-Ho.
Shamoya? Shamoya-Ho?
Shamoya-Ho.
Shamoya-Ho.
Shamoya-Ho. I like Shamoya-Ho.
We hope we're saying that right.
Probably not.
We'll put the link in the description below. We didn't figure out how we could make it, you could hear the music with us, but I'll put it in below, that way y'all can enjoy that too. Big fans of Jacksepticeye. And the work that they did on the song was amazing.
Yeah.
Loved it. We can listen to this song all day. In fact,
All day.
we have.
We have.
Hey,
guess what?
What?
October's coming up. Do you know what that means?
No.
It's Freaky Friday! Freaky Friday!
Freaky Friday is one of our October events. I think last year we did actually do Oktoberfest 2016, and which was an Advent. But this year we're not going to be able to do an Advent because I started a new job, and 13 Pumpkin has her stuff to take care of, and Michelle Abb, our other creator at HHS, she is going on a vacation, so we're not going to be able to do Advent for, gift every day of the month. So Freaky Friday is every Friday of the month of October, plus Halloween, because Halloween this year is not on a Friday. It's actually on a Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah. So Freaky Friday will start on
October 6th.
October 6th. We'll actually probably open up the thread before then, sometime during the night on the 5th, because different parts of the world, it'll already be the 6th. We live in Alabama, so it is Central Time America here.
We got lots of goodies.
Lots of goodies.
Lots of goodies for Sims 4 and Sims 2, and I'm trying to make sure that I have enough gifts for both games, so hopefully everybody will enjoy the little presents that we're getting.
And all my gifts this year will be Sims 2. I mean, I didn't have enough time to mess with Sims 4 this year, so sorry, but it'll be all Sims 2 for me this year. Queen over here trying to be a perfectionist and do both games. And Michelle's will be Sims 4. So you get all Sims 2, Michelle's is all Sims 4, and then you got your equal medium here over here doing both games. So lots of goodies. Very excited to show you what we've been working on. You can follow us at MDPthatsme and 13pumpkin31.tumblr.com. And as always, have a great day and happy simming.
Happy simming.
Happy simming.